law of happiness, and this is the Fresh Prince's new definition of summer madness.
Forward!
Look me in my eyes and act like I believe in it. Sex on the beach and in the backseat. This could be us. So back to what I was saying. This could be us, we should play. This could be us, we should play. I'm high, I don't sound crazy. What could you say? This could be us, we should play. She got a selfies. And I know they really wish we would fall till we fall on the big bed on the floor. Money in the acre. Watch how you dance in the club. This drug. Down there, you way too fine for a local club. Killing someone's marriage. You fucking crime. Like the story said. So back to what I was saying.
Testing, yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you hear me now? Awesome. All right, we'll be good to go here shortly. That's what I'm thinking.
Give me
All
some
right.
more test.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Testing.
Baseball fans, welcome to Wolverton Field for today's Big Nine Conference game featuring our crosstown rival, the Mankato West Scarlets, and your Mankato East Cougars. This game is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. The Minnesota State High School League and Mankato Public Schools expect all participants and spectators to show good sportsmanship at all athletic events and venues. Good sportsmanship is built on respect for all officials, players, and coaches who are each giving their best today. Whatever school you cheer for, please do the same when it comes to providing good sportsmanship and school pride. Thank you for coming. We hope you enjoy today's game.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the loss of a special baseball friend of Mankato East and the Mankato community. Our first head coach and longtime coach, Nordine Halderson, passed away last week. And at this time, I'd like to have a moment of silence in Nordine's memory. Thank you.
Now let's meet our players for today, beginning with the Scarlets. Today's bench players are number 7, Adam Tim. Number 9, Evan Weavers. Number 17, Andrew Sporby. Number 19, William Bosberg. Number 20, Jude Etter. And number 22, Taylor Chamberlain. Now starting lineup for the Scarlets. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 4, Brandon Henriksen. Batting second, first baseman, number 18, Derek Sterling. Batting third, the DH, number 12, Wilson Moggers. Batting fourth is third baseman, number 23, Mason DeRose. Batting fifth, center fielder number 8, Talay Sartao. Batting sixth, right fielder number 5, Ty Niels. Batting seventh, left fielder number 3, Caleb Corcoran. Batting eighth, catcher number 2, Zach Gammer. Batting ninth, pitching number 1, Zach Benson. And at second base, number 13, Brody Koborowski. And now let's meet our Cougars. Starting with the bench players, number 10, Alex Much. Number 11, Alex Hennis. Number 12, Braden Bergmeyer. Number 15, Brennan Anderson. Number 17, Caden Hansen. And number 21, Joseph Ryder. Starting lineup for your Cougars. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 5, Nicholas Work. Batting second is our pitcher, number 18, Rustin Wojcik. Batting third, catching today, number 14, Dylan Kapaski. Batting fourth, third baseman, number 3, Kale Willert. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 6, Logan Swall. Batting sixth is our DH, number 26, Ainsley Stubbs. He's batting for our second baseman, number 1, Caden Willard. Batting seventh, right fielder, number 4, Derek Rundle. Batting eighth, first baseman, number 8, Owen Stutman. And batting ninth, center fielder, number 7, Easton Stengel. Your field umpire today is Anthony White, and behind the plate we have Mark Zalik. We ask everyone to please stand if you are able, remove your headwear, and face the flag located near the scoreboard for the playing of our national anthem. Play ball. Defensive lineup for the Cougars. At first base, number 8, Owen Stutman.
Hey guys.
At second base, number 1, Caden Willard. At shortstop, number 5, Nicholas Work. At third base, number 3, Kale Willard. In left field, number 6, Logan Swall. In center field, number 7, Easton Stengel. Right field, number 4, Derek Rundle. Catching today, number 14, Dylan Kapeski. And pitching, number 18, Rustin Wojcik.
All right, good evening, baseball fans. We're coming to you live from Wolverton Field as it's the crosstown matchup between East and West for this baseball night tonight. Perfect night here, and we're just about ready to get started. Leading off for West is going to be Henriksen, the shortstop for West, and he's going to go against Riston Wojcik, the pitcher for East, who starts things off with a strike on the outside corner. Good matchup here, two evenly matched up teams with very similar records. And Henriksen is going to ground one to short, throw over to first, and just like that, it's one down for the Cougars here in the top of the first. Swab, the shortstop for the Cougars with a strong throw. And so now the second batter for the Scarlets here is going to be Sterling, the first baseman. Wojcik gets sets to deliver. Cougars the home team here at Wolverton Field. Delivers, gets ahead again, 0-1 the count. Wojcik, the future Bethany Viking. Also has been named to the All-Star Series for the South. That ball gets away, but nobody on base, so it evens the count at 1-1. Awesome crowd here tonight. Perfect night weather-wise, just a cool breeze to go along with that heat. Wojcik's pitch just on the outside corner, bringing the count to 2-1. Sterling, the batter for the Scarlets. One down here in the top of the first, no score. Sterling grounds it. Tough play back to Wojcik. Knocks it down, but can't quite field it, and so Sterling's going to be on with the infield hit. You never know how pitchers can field it, especially baseball, with that mound up there. So tough play, infield hit, so the Scarlets have a runner on one. It's going to bring up Moggers, the DH tonight for the Scarlets. So one down, runner on one. Wojcik ready to deliver. Fires one over to get ahead, 0-1. Three batters, three first pitch strikes for Wojcik. 0-1 the count. Throw over to one. Back safely. Wojcik, the right-handed pitcher, gets ready to deliver, and it's a swing by Moggers. Make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Last time these two teams met, it was the Cougars winning 9-7. High-scoring, fun game there. This one again. Cougars looking to sweep the series. Scarlets looking to even it up. And Wojcik delivers. Called strike 3, and Wojcik gets his first strikeout of the night. Cougars couldn't really believe it, but that's 2 down for the Cougars.
Third baseman, number 23, Mason DeRose.
It's going to bring up Mason DeRose. Cleanup hitter for the Scarlets. Plays third base. Runner on one, 2 down. Wojcik's pitch is high. Ball 1. Wojcik and his catcher Kopeski both named to the South All-Star team by the Minnesota Baseball Coaches Association, so congratulations to them. DeRose fouls that one off hard and out of play. Brings it 1 ball and 1 strike. Another throw over to 1. Making sure with 2 outs he's not going. Hard ground ball, Swallows there, bobbles it, but fires it over in time. No damage done. So Scarlets get 1 hit, but they leave 1 on. And at the end of half an inning, it's scoreless. The Cougars will be coming to bat here in the bottom of the first.
At shortstop, number 4, Brandon Henriksen. At third base.
Thanks for listening to this game here with 24/7 Ball Sports Media. If you want to go back and listen to any of this game, it'll be on the 24/7 Ball Sports YouTube channel. You can check out the highlights and go back and watch all the games. Or if you're following along live with us, appreciate that. Always fun when you get to come to games like this, East versus West. Pretty evenly matched record-wise, and pretty evenly matched when they played each other last time. A 9-7 score with the Cougars winning. The Cougars will be coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. No score. And it's going to be Benson pitching for West, Zach Benson. And leading off for the Cougars, number 5, the shortstop, Nicholas Work. Cougars with their first chance here of the evening as we are in the bottom of the first. And Benson gets set to deliver for the Scarlets. And he hits the outside corner for strike 1 to get ahead of Work. And there's a shot deep to left, but it's going to be caught by the Scarlets left fielder, Corcoran. Hard hit, but an out. Made some solid contact. But the Scarlets now have 1 out. And Riston Wojcik, the pitcher's going to come up to bat now. Did a nice job in the first inning. Pitches and he hits. And as we mentioned before, he'll be going to Bethany to play baseball, and he's going to shoot one, and that's going to land for a base hit in right field. Opposite field single for the pitcher, Riston Wojcik. And the Cougars have their second batter on with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. It's going to bring up Wojcik's battery mate, Pesky, the catcher. Both of these two are South Division All-Stars by the Minnesota Baseball Coaches Association. So we'll see what Kopesky can do now. With 1 out, Wojcik on first. Benson's pitch for West just outside for ball 1. Each team with their number 2 hitter getting a hit here in the first inning. Benson delivers. Ground ball is going to be a chopper. Might be good for 2, but Kopesky's going to beat that out. So the force out at 2, so the fielder's choice gets Kopesky on. The ground ball to short, it took a couple of funny bounces. But Henriksen, the shortstop for West, did a nice job of fielding it to for sure get 1. Little off the base throw, had no chance of getting 2 on that one. So 2 down, and that's going to bring up Cale Willard, third baseman. And he will be joining Wojcik at Bethany, both playing baseball. And if you want to learn more about Willard or Wojcik or a couple of other players for East and West, baseball or softball, you can head to the 24/7 Ball Sports media site. We have a Get to Know You section where we kind of interview the players, talk to them a little bit about their goals, their future plans, even some of their favorites. You can learn more about them, what other sports they participate in, some of their pregame rituals, favorite memories. It's going to be a ground ball. And the Scarlets are going to get out of it. Henriksen with another play as he fires over to 1. So both teams do the same thing. They get 1 hit, leave 1. And after 1, we're scoreless here at Wolverton Field between East and West. And we're going to head to the top of the second. So here we go, back in the top of the second. For the Scarlets, it's going to be hitters 5, 6, and 7. Sartell, Niels, and Corcoran. Wojcik, the pitcher for the Cougars. On this beautiful evening here at Wolverton Field. The sun is out, but there's a nice cool breeze, making it the perfect night for this baseball game.
For the Scarlet, center fielder number 8, Talay Sartell.
So, the center fielder Sartell will lead things off for the Scarlets here in the second inning. Shows bunt, but pulls it back, but it's strike one. Wojcik gets ahead again, is doing a nice job of that. One strike to Sartell. And that's strike two. Sartell watching that one, but it drops in just at the bottom of the zone. 0-2 now the count. To the Scarlet center fielder. Wojcik sets. It's high. Ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have no score here in the second inning. Each team with a hit apiece. And Wojcik with another strikeout as he gets Sartell swinging. And the leadoff batter is out for the Scarlets here in the top of the second. So it's going to bring up the right fielder now for the Scarlets, Ty Niels. 1 down for the Cougars. Niels, the first lefty that Wojcik will have to face today. As he delivers low for ball 1. Bringing the heat on that pitch. You could hear it snap into Kopeski's glove. Evens the count up at 1-1. A good cut by Niels. That one comes a little in. 2 balls and a strike. One down, top of the second. No score. Cougars and Scarlets. Wojcik tries to go inside again, but it's low, making the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Niels gets a good cut, but it's going to go foul and out of play. Making the count full now. To the Scarlets right fielder. Full count, 1 down, nobody on. Scarlets batting in the second. And he hits the outside corner for his second strikeout of the inning. And the East Cougars will throw it around the horn. So 2 down. Wojcik finding that outside corner. A perfect pitch there right on the outside and hitting that. We got 2 down. And it's going to be now the left fielder, Corcoran, for the Scarlets. It's going to be a ground ball fielded by Willard. Fires it over, and Wojcik and the Cougars have a 1-2-3 top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the second, scoreless, as the Cougars come to bat. So here come the Cougars in the bottom of the second inning in a scoreless game. Benson back out to pitch for the Scarlets. It's going to be Swalv, the left fielder. Takes a good cut, but it goes foul. Benson gets ahead 0-1. It'll be hitters 5, 6, and 7 for the Cougars in the bottom of the second. Each team with a hit apiece. And Swalv is swinging again, fouls this one back and out of play as Benson gets ahead 0-2. East, the home team tonight. And like we mentioned last time these two teams played, it was a 9-7 score. He wants a new bat now. Wondering if something happened or if it just didn't feel right. 0-2 the count to Swalv. Benson gets the sign, delivers. It's high, but Swalv gets a piece of it to stay alive. Count stays at 0-2. No score, bottom of 2. As Benson looks in to get the sign. Nobody on, nobody out. Swalv wanted it, but a good take as the pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter for the Cougars here in the bottom of the second. And Swalv again stays alive, fouling 1 back. Benson, the pitcher for West, a senior. And Swalv will get another chance at 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the second. That's going to be a fair ball that gets just down the line past the third baseman, and Swalv is going to be on with a single. So the leadoff hitter is on for the Cougars. As Stubbs will come to bat, the DH. 2-strike hit for Swalv, and he's aboard. Leadoff hitter is on. Nobody out. Bottom of second. Benson delivers. Gets ahead with strike 1 right down the middle. No balls and 1 strike. 1 on. Nobody out. He's going to foul that one back and out of play, and Benson quickly gets ahead 0-2. Cougars have a runner on 1. Stubbs the hitter. Low and outside. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Cougars DH. Benson, the pitcher for the Scarlets. It's a sign. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scarlet crowd wanting that to be called a strike, but a good take. Makes the count 2-2 with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Runner on 1. Throw over to 1 just to check, keeping him honest. This Swalv gets a lead, short lead off of first. And that ball's going to be low to fill the count up at 3-2. Cougars looking to get something going with the leadoff man on. Full count now. Nobody out. Runner goes, but it's ball 4. So the Cougars will have runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the second. It's going to be Rundle now is going to hit the second baseman. with a chance. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Cougars threatening here in the bottom of the second. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. It's going to be number 17, Caden Hansen, pinch running at first.
For the Cougars, number 17, Caden Hansen.
So the first test for Benson and the Scarlets. The second, first and second. Nobody out. The umpire getting the changes. As Rundell waits for his chance to hit here, the lefty. Benson looks, sets, shows a bunt, but pulls back because the pitch is high. Ball one. Makes sense to have a bunt here. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Scoreless game. Lefty batter. It's going to call time as the catcher goes out to talk with him. Get him focused, make sure they're on the same page. So 1 ball, no strikes to Rundell. Nobody out, but runners on first and second for the Cougars. Showing bunt. He's going to pop it up, but it hits the fence. Evens the count at 1-1. He's not hiding that he's bunting, showing that he just wants to sack bunt. Rundell, the number 7 batter in the order. Shows bunt again, but the pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike. See if he shows it again. 2 balls and a strike. Benson getting ready to deliver. Doesn't show bunt, but swings and fouls it off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 now the count. Scarlets looking for their first out of the inning. Cougars looking to get a rally going. First and second, nobody out. 2-2 the count. Rundell the batter, Benson the pitcher. Benson ready to deliver. A hard shot. That's going to go deep to the outfield. A long run. The catch is made. The runners show that they're going to tag, but they do not. So a big out for the Scarlets. A hard hit ball. It carried deep to the outfield. But Sartell was there for the catch. A long run for him. The runners looked like they were going to tag, but they didn't. So now it's going to be first and second with 1 out. And Studeman, the hitter. The first baseman for the Cougars with his first chance of the night. Another lefty. So 1 down, runners on first and second. Hard hit ball for that out. He shows bunt, and that's going to be fair. That's going to be a tough play. And he's going to beat out the bunt hit. Some wheels, a perfectly placed bunt hit. Had to be fielded by the pitcher who had a long way to run. So now the bases are going to be loaded of Cougars. And Easton Stengel with the chance now. The center fielder for the Cougars with his first chance, also the number 9 hitter. Bases full of Cougars, 1 out, bottom of second, no score. Easton Stengel the batter. And he's swinging at that first pitch, but it goes up and out of play. Benson gets ahead 0-1.
I think it went in the tree, guys.
Zach Benson, the pitcher for the Scarlets. 1 down, bottom of 2, no score. Stangle the batter for the Cougars. Benson's pitch is high, evens the count up at 1-1. Long second inning for Benson and the Scarlets. One down, bases loaded. Benson floats one in, and that's going to hit the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Cougars' number 9 hitter. Stangle hoping to keep the inning alive. A chance to get the Cougars on the board here early in the second. Benson steps off. Probably needs to catch his breath. It's a hot night. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stangle. Benson getting the sign. And he gets the strikeout. Good swing, but it had just enough off-speed movement.
Number 5, Nicholas Work.
So a big out for the Scarlets, but now the Cougars are back to the top of their order in Nicholas Work. In a big spot here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Work had the ground out back in the first, but he gets his second chance now at Benson. Benson's pitch just a little high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Bases still loaded. A walk and a couple of hits, couple of infield hits. And that's going to hit the outside corner. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Work, the leadoff hitter, the shortstop for the Cougars. With a chance to deliver here with the bases loaded. Bottom of 2, no score. Benson tries to float one in, but it's just high. 2 balls and 1 strike. No wiggle room here with the bases full of Cougars. Cougars had first and second with nobody out. And an infield bunt single. But a strikeout and a flyout got us to where we are here. Big swing by Work. It's going to even the count at 2-2. So Benson 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Bases full of Cougars, bottom of the second inning. No score. Benson getting the sign. He's going to step off. Wants to make sure he's on the same page. And a big spot here. The Cougars leadoff hitter, Work. And he gets the strikeout. Benson and the Scarlets are pumped up after that. As the Cougars do not score, they leave the bases loaded. And we're going to head to the top of the third scoreless here at Wolverton Field. All right, and we're back here in the top of the third, scoreless. And it's going to be Cameron, the hitter. The catcher for the Scarlets leads off. And Wojciech quickly gets ahead of him. 0-2 the count. Long bottom of the second inning. Cougars threaten but do not score. And Wojciech comes back with the strikeout, 3 pitches. And the Cougars will have 1 down. It's going to bring up the number 9 hitter and the pitcher, Zach Benson, who was pumped after coming off of the mound last inning, pitching out of a jam. Looked like the Cougars might have a chance, but Benson got a couple of nice strikeouts. And that pitch is going to be 2 inside. The ump says it hit him, and Benson is going to be on. So the Scarlets will have a runner on 1 with 1 down. And we're going to be back to the top of the order for the Scarlets in Henriksen, the shortstop for the Scarlets. His first time up, he grounded out. And he swings at the pitch that was low. So Wojciech gets ahead. No balls and 1 strike here in the third with 1 out. Scarlets have 1 hit. The Cougars have 3. Benson's on first for the Scarlets after a hit by pitch. Pitch is high. Throw down to first, but Benson gets back safely. So Henriksen up to bat for the Scarlets. Wojciech back out for the third inning. He gets the sign. Delivers, hits the outside corner. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 down, no score, top of the third inning, West versus East. Here at Wolverton Field. Scarlets back to the top of the order. A good hack by Henriksen. It's going to go foul and out of play. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Benson on 1. He got on by a hit by pitch. Kind of brushed his jersey, it sounded like. Wojciech wants a new ball. Throwing a 1-hitter so far. Early, though. We're in the third. Outside, evens the count at 2-2. That ball snapping. Love hearing that sound in the catcher's glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Henriksen again fouls 1 off. Count's going to stay at 2-2. Really good crowd here at the East Field. Beautiful field. And that ball comes in. So the count's going to be full. Scarlet's looking to get a rally going. Wojciech, the pitcher for East. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the third. Runner on 1. It's going to be a shot. Could be trouble. The outfield calling for it. And it's going to be the right fielder for East. Rundle with the catch, calling it out. Hard hit ball, but that's out number 2. So it's going to bring up Sterling, the first baseman for the Scarlets now. Hoping to keep the inning alive for West. Two down, runner on 1. Wojciech gets the throw over to 1, just to keep Benson close at first with 2 down. Sterling, the number 2 hitter, reached on an infield hit back in the first. Hit it back up the middle. Took kind of a funny bounce off of the mound He was able to beat it out. But Wojciech gets ahead 0-1. Bit inside to make the count 1-1. 1-1 the count. 2 down. Runner at 1. Top of the third, no score. Scarlets with 1 hit. Cougars with 3 so far in the game. Just outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sterling's second time up. He has the only hit for the Scarlets so far. Runner goes, but it's going to be chopped foul up the line. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. To the Scarlets' first baseman. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on 1, no score. Top of the third. Another ground ball foul as Sterling just gets a piece of it. Kind of quiet here at the field. Good matchup here between Wojciech and Sterling. Sterling the hitter for the Scarlets, Wojciech the pitcher for the Cougars. It's going to go opposite now. Into left field, but that's going to drift out of play, and the count is still 2-2. A good battle here. Benson, the runner on 1, reached on a hit by pitch. It kind of brushed his jersey, but he stayed there. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no score. Top of the third. Wojciech gets the sign. He gets ready to deliver. But he's going to throw over to 1. Benson gets back safely. So here we go again. A good at bat here. Good battle. And Wojciech's pitch is just going to be outside, so the count is now full. The runner will be able to go. Here we go. Full count with 2 outs. Runner on 1. Wojciech ready. Runner goes. And Sterling's going to have his second hit of the night as that one falls right in front of right. And with the runner going, Benson makes it all the way to third.
Designated hitter number 12, Wilson Maugers.
So now first and third for the Scarlets. 2 down. It's going to be Maugers, the designated hitter. Up now with a chance to put the Scarlets on the board. With that being a full count, Benson was able to take off and on the single make it all the way from first to third. So first and third, 2 outs. Augers thought about it but holds back. It's ball 1. Augers, the number 3 hitter in the Scarlets lineup. Had a ground out his first time up. Wojciech's pitch just inside. Makes it 2 balls and no strikes. Scarlets with their first chance with the runner in scoring position. First and third with 2 outs. And there's a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. First and third. Good cut. Right into Kopeski's glove. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wojciech 1 pitch away from getting out of this one. 2-2. 2 outs. And Maugers just gets a piece of it to stay alive. So the count will stay at 2-2. We're in the top of the third. East the home team, no score. Hits are 3-2. East has 3. Sterling has both for West. And Wojcik with the big strikeout leaves the runner stranded. And we're going to head to the bottom of the third, scoreless here at Wolverton Field between West and East. We'll be right back here on the 24/7 Ball Sports Media page. Now, if you want to follow along or go back and watch any of the highlights of this game, as soon as the game is over, it'll be on the 24/7 Ball Sports YouTube channel. You can go back and watch this game or any of the others. West, East, baseball, softball, they'll be on there. And we'll be back for the bottom of the third, scoreless. So we're back here in the bottom of the third, no score. And it's going to be the pitcher, Riston Wojcik, up to bat for the Cougars. He sends it deep, and he's going to be in with a stand-up double. Drove that one way deep to center field.
Catcher, number 14, Dylan Kopeski.
And the Cougars have their leadoff man aboard with nobody out. Ball that was crushed to center field. So Wojcik, fresh from pitching out of that jam, comes up to the plate and delivers a double. First extra base hit of the game for either team. And now Kopeski, the catcher, with a chance to drive in the first run of the game. He's going to foul one. It's going to go up and out of play. And Benson gets ahead 0-1. So we're in the bottom of the third, no score. But the Cougars in a dangerous spot with hitters 2, 3, 4 due up this inning here in the home half of the third. And Wojcik with the leadoff double. Benson's pitch is high, evens the count at 1-1. Both pitchers doing it on offense and defense. Benson's pitch. Kopeski's going to drive one. That's going to be deep. And that's going to be off the outfield wall. Wojcik's going to try to score. Oh, they're going to hold him at third. It looked like he was going to go, but he had to hold up just in case that ball was caught. So back-to-back doubles for the Cougars. And they have a threat. Runners on second and third, nobody out. It's going to be Cale Willard, the third baseman, with a chance to drive in the first runs of the game. Back-to-back doubles for the Cougars.
At second for the Cougars is number 12, Braden Borgmeyer.
Got a pinch runner at second, running for Kopeski, the catcher, which makes sense on a hot night. Benson's pitch is just outside to Willard. Now, Willard is one of the athletes that we featured on the 24/7 Ball Sports media page. If you go to the Get to Know You sections, you can read a really nice article on him. Get to know his future plans. He's going to be a Bethany Viking. Big cut there to even the count up at 1-1. Pretty neat. You got 3 athletes on the East team that will be going to play college baseball next year. Willard and Wojciech going to Bethany, and Kopeski going to Crown. So they'll get to play against each other in the UMAC conference. Benson's pitch is high. Makes the count 2-1. Nobody out. Runners on second and third after back-to-back doubles by Wojciech and Kopeski. Pitcher and catcher. Now Willard with a chance to drive him in. Outside makes the count 3-1. There's the base open. Willard is the cleanup hitter in this Cougars lineup. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners on second and third. And that's going to be high for ball 4. So the Cougars again have the bases loaded, but this time with nobody out. So last inning, Benson and the Scarlets came out of a bases loaded situation with no runs. This time it'll be a little bit more challenging. Nobody out. And it's going to be Swalv, the batter. He had a hit his first time up. Scarlet infield is playing in. The base is loaded in a scoreless game in the bottom of the third. And Benson falls behind. 1 ball, no strikes. Swalv the hitter for the Cougars. Already with a hit in the game. Cougars now with 5 hits total after back-to-back doubles here to open up the bottom of the third. And there Benson finds the zone, making the count 1-1. Cougars looking for that big hit. It's early, it's only the third, but their second chance of having bases loaded. Swalv's going to foul this one. Scarlets are going to give chase to it, but it's going to be just foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swalv will get another chance here with the bases loaded. Both pitchers, or both teams, pitching long innings. Both teams finding ways to get on base, which makes sense. The last time they played each other, it was a 9-7 score. But now we're scoreless in the bottom of the third. 5 hits for the Cougars, 2 for the Scarlets. Benson taking his time. Inning started with back-to-back doubles by Wojciech and Kopeski, and then Willard walked. And that's where we are with the bases loaded. Swalv fouls another one off down the right field line and out of play. So he'll get another chance with the count still at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out. And no score between these crosstown rivals. It's been a good one so far. Pitchers able to get themselves out of a couple of jams. That's going to be high. So now 2-2 the count. Swalv looking to drive in the first run of this game. Base is full of Cougars. Nobody out. And the umpire says he wins, so a big strikeout for Benson and the Scarlets, and we've got 1 down. Cougar fans didn't think he went, but the umpire said he did, so that was strike 3. So now Stubbs with the chance, the DH. Scarlet infield still playing in with the bases loaded and 1 out. Benson stepping off again. Looking to see and making sure his defense is ready. So we're still scoreless and the bases are still loaded of Cougars. A big swing. Stubbs wanted that one. Some ducks on the pond, a chance to give the Cougars a lead. 1 down, 0-1 the count. Stubbs, the DH, is the hitter. Benson pitching for the Scarlets. It's a high pitch. Stubbs gets a piece of it. And in foul territory, a really nice play by the West first baseman, Sterling. That was high. He almost fell down when he caught it. Foul territory, he found it, and another big out for the Scarlets. As now it's 2 down with the bases loaded. You know, the Twins kind of have a problem with bases loaded and scoring. Nobody out, and now there's 2 outs. Base is still loaded, though, so still a chance for the Cougars. Rundell, the lefty, second baseman, is up. Excuse me, right fielder. Benson trying to pitch out of another jam. Cougars their second time with bases loaded this game. They had bases loaded with nobody out after back-to-back doubles to open the third. And then a walk loaded them up. It's going to be a pop-up. Benson calling for it and makes the catch. The Scarlet defense coming up big again. Looked like they were in trouble as the Cougars leave 3. So after 3, we're scoreless. What an inning. The Cougars had back-to-back doubles by Wojciech and Kopeski. Then Willard walked, so it was bases loaded, nobody out. But a strikeout and a couple of infield pop-ups make the score still, or keep the score scoreless. We're going to head to the 4th. Scarlet defense pumped after that. So we'll be back in the top of the 4th in a scoreless game here between East and West at Wolverton. We're back in the top of the 4th of a scoreless game here between West and East. It's going to be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Scarlets. DeRose, Sartell, and Niels. And DeRose takes a good cut, but it goes foul. No balls and 1 strike. Wojciech again getting ahead. And another foul ball, so Wojciech quickly ahead 0-2. It'll be DeRose, Sartell, and Niels. Hitters 4, 5, 6 for the Scarlets in the 4th. No score. Cougars with a couple of chances. West with a chance. Ball's going to be high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Leadoff hitter for the Scarlets here in the 4th inning. Been a great one so far. Pitcher's getting out of some jams. And Wojcik with another strikeout. He's on fire tonight, limiting the Scarlets to just 2 hits so far. He gets the leadoff strikeout here. It's going to be the center fielder, Sartell, up for the Scarlets with 1 down and nobody out here in the 4th inning of a scoreless game. Wojcik hits that inside corner. A nice pitch for him to get ahead, 0-1. He's been doing a great job of working ahead to these Scarlet hitters. And Sartell's going to drive one. That could be trouble, and that is going to drop right in kind of no man's land there. But Sartell gets the 3rd hit for the Scarlets. And that'll bring up Ty Niels, the right fielder. Runner on first now, 1 out for the Scarlets. Top of the 4th inning of a scoreless game. Kind of neat, before this game there was a tailgating party for MABA, so the youth baseball players. One time these players here for West and East probably played through that MABA program. Pretty fun to see that, get them excited. Someday they can be these varsity players. 1-0 the count, 1 down. Niels the hitter for the Scarlets, the lefty. Runner on 1. Sartell with the hit with 1 out. Wojcik gets the sign from Kopeski. Runner goes, he got a huge jump. No chance for Kopeski to get him. He was already halfway there by the time the pitch was thrown. So the Scarlets now with a runner in scoring position. As Sartell steals second base. But we might have an injured Cougar. Maybe got cleated. Second baseman. It appears he's walking on his own, just maybe needs a second to catch his breath, but the umpire is going out to talk to him, make sure he's okay. He's trying to walk it off. It's going to be the shortstop who was hurt. He was over by the second base position, trying to field the throw down. So that's Work, Nicholas Work. Looks like he's going to be okay and stay in the game. Just walking it off. So the Scarlets have a runner on second, 1 out, and the count is 1-1 to Niels. Number 6 hitter in the Scarlet lineup. Wojcik delivers. And Niels is going to foul it back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chance for the Scarlets with a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Got a hit and a stolen base. Sartell on second. Niels the hitter. Wojcik looks him back. Still looking. Big jump by Sartell. Going all the way out to the shortstop, but he doesn't go. And Wojcik gets another strikeout. A looking strikeout this time. And there's 2 down.
Left fielder, number 3, Caleb Corcoran.
So it'll be up to Caleb Corcoran, the left fielder for the Scarlets, to try to score the first run of the game. Both teams have had their chances. But Wojcik has gotten a couple of big strikeouts. It's going to be a tough play. Wojcik fields his position, fires it over to 1. And Wojcik and the Cougars get out of that one. A leadoff single and a stolen base. But he does not come around to score, so we're going to head to the bottom of the 4th. Scoreless here between West and East on the 24/7 Ball Sports Media Channel. Thank you for listening. You can go back again if you want to catch any of the highlights from this game to the 24/7 Ball Sports YouTube channel. Go back and watch this game and see any of the highlights. See if you agree or disagree with the calls. You can play the plays back. But we'll be back for the bottom of the 4th in this scoreless game in just a moment. All right, so here come the Cougars in the bottom of the fourth of this scoreless game. It's going to be hitters 8, 9, and 1 for the Cougars. Studman, the leadoff hitter, as Benson's back out to pitch for the Scarlets in the bottom of the fourth. It's been a good one. Both teams with a couple of scoring opportunities. Big plays, and the pitchers have really shined in this one, getting out of a couple of jams, coming up with some big strikeouts, keeping this game scoreless. Just a bit outside, make the count 1-1 to the Cougars' leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the fourth. Benson pitching out of a bases-loaded, nobody-out jam after giving up back-to-back doubles last inning. But we're scoreless. Hits are pretty even. The Cougars have 5, the Scarlets have 3. And that's going to make the count 2-2 with that foul ball. Bottom of 4. Night's turning out to be a pretty good one. A little hot, but we're not going to be complaining about the heat after the spring and winter we've had. Nice sized crowd on hand for this crosstown rivalry. And Studman drills one. But what a running catch there by the West center fielder, Sortel, with a great grab. That ball looked like it was crushed.
Number 7, Easton Stengel.
But Benson and the Scarlets will take it, and that's 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth. It's going to bring up Easton Stengel, the left fielder for the Cougars. He'll bat with 1 down and nobody out. Bottom of 4. Hard hit ball, but a nice running catch by Sartell to put it away. And so Stengel will bat now with the bases empty and 1 away. Benson gets set. Stengel shows bunt, but it's going to be fouled away. So Benson gets ahead 0-1. Now the West coach coming out. Foul ball might have gone off of the catcher's hand a little bit, so just checking to make sure he's okay. Kammer, the catcher for the Scarlets. He stays in, looks like he's going to be okay. So the count is no balls and 1 strike. 1 out, bottom of 4 in a scoreless game. Just outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Stengel, the number 9 hitter for the Cougars. Swings at a high one, a good cut, but it's strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 down, bottom of 4. Scoreless game between these two crosstown rivals. Been a fun one so far. And Kammer holds on to squeeze strike 3. Benson with another strikeout, and there's 2 down for the Scarlets. So now we're back to the top of the order for the Cougars. Nicholas Work will be his 3rd time up. His 3rd time up already in the 4th inning. Both teams with their chances with runners on. And nobody's been able to get that clutch hit for either team to get the run across. So Benson delivers. Ball 1. Back to the top of the order for the Cougars. Bottom of 4. That ball is up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Beautiful night. Fun game so far. Just what you'd want for a crosstown rivalry. Just missing to make the count 3-0. Cougars looking for a little 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk to put Work on base with 2 down.
Pitcher,
A couple of close
15,
pitches.
Winston Wojcik.
So now Riston Wojcik will bat, and it was last inning. He had that big double. Been doing great pitching too, so see if he can do it with 2 outs. 2 outs, runner on 1. Last time up, Wojcik had that big double. Another spot here, so Benson throws it over. Make sure work isn't going anywhere. Dangerous spot here. Wojcik, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, also the pitcher. It was back-to-back doubles last inning, but couldn't get that clutch hit to score. And Benson hits that corner for the strike. Bottom of 4, no score. Wojcik's going to foul that one out and out of play. Hits the trees. And Benson ahead 0-2 to the fellow pitcher. Pitcher versus pitcher battle here. Benson taking his time. Checking the runner. Delivers outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nicholas Work on first base. He reached on a 4-pitch walk with 2 outs. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of 4. Outside again, evens the count at 2 apiece. Benson's going to take a little walk around the mound. Make sure he gets the right pitch here, because he knows last time it was Wojcik with the big double. Scarlet fans wanting that to be called a strike, but instead it's ball 3. The count is going to be full and 2 outs, so Work again will be going on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on 1. Bottom of 4 in this scoreless game. Runner goes, and the pitch is going to be outside for ball 4, so back-to-back walks.
Catcher, number 14.
And the Cougars will have another chance. And this time it'll be Dylan Kopeski with the chance, and he had a big double last inning. So it doesn't get any easier for Benson and the Scarlets after back-to-back walks after getting the first 2 outs. So the Cougars, multiple chances here throughout this game. They have another runner in scoring position. Kopeski, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. He'll be going to Crown College to play baseball next year. And he swings at the first pitch, and he's going to foul it up and out of play. Benson, the pitcher for West, has done a great job getting out of these jams, keeping the Cougars off the scoreboard. 5 hits for the Cougars, 3 for the Scarlets. It's a scoreless game in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1 the count. Kopeski. Benson bringing the heat there to make it 0-2. Another spot here after back-to-back walks. There's runners on first and second for the Cougars. But 2 down. The Cougars catcher with a chance here. He's going to pop one up. Could be trouble. A bunch of Scarlets calling for it, but it's going to be the shortstop that's going to get it. And Benson again works out of a jam after giving a back-to-back walks with 2 outs. We're going to be through 4 innings scoreless here at Wolverton Field. Benson, another nice job pitching out of a jam. And we're going to head to the 5th. Scoreless here between West and East. Alrighty, here we go. We're in the top of the fifth, still scoreless here at Wolverton Field. The Scarlets batting, top of the fifth. It's going to be the catcher, Kammer, leading things off. He shows bunt, pulls it back. Ball one. Riston Wojcik, pitching for the Cougars, has been on fire, holding the Scarlets to 3 hits so far. Just outside, brings it to 2 balls and no strikes. In this pitcher's duel. And there he hits the outside corner. Looked like a pretty similar pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Leadoff hitter for the Scarlets in the 5th. And that's going to be a ball for 3 balls and 1 strike. Kammer, the number 8 hitter in the Scarlets lineup, so we'll have 8-9-1 here in the 5th. 3-1 the count. And Wojcik hits the outside corner, making the count full now, 3-2 to the Scarlets catcher. And that's going to be down and in, ball 4, so the Scarlets will have their leadoff hitter on in the 5th. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Zach Benson. Runner on 1, nobody out. Pitcher versus pitcher now, as he looks at coach for the signs. Now Wojcik and his battery mate, the catcher Kopeski, both going to be representing East in the All-Star game. Shows bunt. It's going to stay fair. And the sacrifice bunt moves Kammer to second. Cheers from the crowd for getting the sacrifice bunt. So the Scarlets with the runner in scoring position. And they're back to the top of their order now. So 1 down, runner on 2. Kammer, who led off the inning with a walk, sacrificed over to second by Benson. 1 down, so now it's Henriksen, leadoff hitter and shortstop for the Scarlets, batting now with 1 away. He's going to pop this one up. It's high. Second baseman for East moving, who follows it and catches it. As Caden Willard over at second base.
First baseman, number 18.
So 2 down. It's going to be up to Sterling now, who already has a couple of hits. He has 2 of the Scarlets' 3 hits. And now with a big chance here, is he going to drive in the first run of the game? 2 down, runner on second. Sterling, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, and already has 2 hits. He grounds this one in tough play. Cut off by the shortstop, a low throw. That's going to be the 3rd out, so Wojcik works around the walk. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th scoreless, a quick 5th inning. 1 walk, a sacrifice bunt, but he's left on second base, so we're heading to the bottom of the 5th, still scoreless here, West versus East baseball, here on the 24/7 Ball Sports Media Channel. All right, bottom of the 5th. No score. And Cale Willert will lead things off for the Cougars in the bottom of the 5th. He takes a good hack. That ball is sailing. That's got a chance. Off the fence. He's going for 3. Nope. He's staying back. A leadoff double. Cale Willert and the Cougars are in business. Man, that ball kept going and going. Well hit ball deep to left center. And the Cougars again have a runner in scoring position. Leadoff double. Willert, who will be going to Bethany next year to play baseball, delivers a big hit for the Cougars, bottom of the 5th. 6th hit of the game for the Cougars. And so now Swall with a chance to drive in the first run. Nice stop by Kammer, the catcher for the Scarlets. Ball 1, so runner on second, nobody out. Scoreless game. It's the bottom of the 5th. Benson pitching for the Scarlets. He's done a fantastic job of pitching around some jams. We'll have to do so again this inning. The Swab fouls this one up and out of play. Both teams just needing that clutch hit. But so far, the pitchers have done a great job using their defense and pitched around a couple of jams. They've pitched around some walks. A couple of bases loaded opportunities for the Cougars. But now they've got the leadoff man on second. Willert with the long double to lead things off. And there's strike 2 hitting the outside corner. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swallow, the left fielder for the Cougars, is up. Willert, the runner on second after the leadoff double. Benson gets the sign. And there's a shot, too, a long run. And it's going to be a ground rule double. It bounces up and over the fence. So that means East is going to take the 1-0 lead. Swallow delivers that RBI double. So back-to-back doubles, and East takes the 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 5th. Couple of really well-hit balls there. So it's going to be Stubbs with a chance, 2 to add to the Cougar lead. Cougars lead 1-0. Back-to-back doubles by Willert and Swall. So nobody out in the 5th. 1-0 score. So here's Stubbs, the DH for the Cougars. Benson delivers low for ball 1. Seven hits now for the Cougars in this game, 3 for the Scarlets. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and the Cougars just took the 1-0 lead. Throw over to second just to make sure he's not going anywhere. One ball, no strikes, nobody out. Runner on second for the Cougars. They lead the Scarlets 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning at Wolverton Field. Beautiful night for some baseball, good crowd. It's been a great game, too, so far. A pitcher's duel, that it is. 2 balls and no strikes now. The Cougars DH, Stubbs up to bat. Benson just misses that outside corner, so 3 balls and no strikes. Good job by Stubbs to take. Close pitch. 3-0 the count, nobody out, runner on second. There's a pitch down the middle for strike 1. No free passes here. Benson's pitching a really great game. He's been in so many jams and has been able to get out of them. Only 1 run allowed so far. His counterpart, Wojciech, the pitcher for the Cougars, doing an equally fantastic job. And that ball gets fouled up and out of play to make the count full now. Benson coming back after being down 3-0 in the count. But the Cougars do strike first. Back-to-back doubles by Willard and Swald. That's the difference here so far as the Cougars lead 1-0. Cougars still with a chance to add to that 1-0 lead. Stubbs is going to flare one to right. Should be playable. And it is. And Swald alertly tags from second to third, knowing that that ball was going to be probably caught. So one down. Runner on third. And it's going to be Rundle. The right fielder is going to be coming up to bat, but it looks like we might be having a pitching change. Or maybe just a mound visit. West coach out to talk. We'll take a short break here and bring you the action here, but we're in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 Cougars, runner on third with one out when we come back. Okay, so we're back in the bottom of the fifth, and it has been a pitching change. It's Brody Koborowski now pitching for the Scarlets. So just to get you up to speed, it's the bottom of the fifth. The Cougars are leading 1-0. There's one out and a runner on third for the Cougars. And it's going to be a passed ball, probably a wild pitch, I would say. That's going to allow Swalb to come around to score, and it's 2-0 Cougars. Ball that just was sinking and didn't have a chance to get it. So now nobody on. 2 runs are in for the Cougars and 1 down. And the batter is Rundle. The lefty. Koborowski now falls behind. 2 balls and no strikes. 3 balls and no strikes. Benson moved to shortstop, and Henriksen moved to second base for some other defensive changes for the Scarlets. So 3-0 now. And that ball's going to be outside, so a 4-pitch walk to Rundell. The Cougars have another runner on with only 1 out as they take the 2-0 lead. Back-to-back doubles by Willard and Swalb scored the first run. Swalb tagged up on a Stubbs fly ball. to third, and then he came around to score on a pass ball. Wild pitch, I'm going to rule it as, to give the Cougars the 2-0 lead. And there's a strike from Koborowski. As Studman steps into the box. One down, runner on one. Cougars lead 2-0. Good stop by Kammer, the catcher. That ball sounded like it almost hit the plate, too. They'll keep the runner on one. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at 1. Cougars scored both of their runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of 5. 7 hits for the Cougars, 3 for the Scarlets. Koborowski, the new pitcher. Zach Benson pitched a fabulous game for the Scarlets. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now to the center fielder for the Cougars, Studman. Koborowski delivers. Ground ball to third. Could be 2. Got the force at 2. But the bad throw to 1 make him safe, and it's going to get away. So Studman's going to get to second on the error. But they do get the force, and he's going to head all the way to third. So a force out gets 1 out. But then as they tried for the double play, ball got all the way past first base, allowing Studman to get to third. So there are 2 outs, but a runner on third. The West coach coming out to the mound, the umpires talking, wondering if maybe he should have gotten third or if the ball went out of play, so he should just get second. Umpires are conferring, maybe calling interference. They're discussing it right now. But either way, the Cougars will have a runner on second or third. There was a ground ball out to second, and they are calling him out on the interference. But the Cougars do get 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Back-to-back doubles by Willard and Swalb scored the first run. A fly ball tag-up. Stubbs hit it to the outfield, and Swalb tagged up to third. And then a wild pitch allowed him to score. And those are the 2 runs that the Cougars have as we head to the 6th. The Scarlets coming to bat in the top of the 6th. You're listening to 24/7 Ball Sports Media. We'll be back right after this. All right, so here's the Scarlets' chance to respond, trailing for the first time in this game. We're in the top of the 6th. Cougars leading 2-0. Moggers leads things off for the Scarlets in the visitors' half of the 6th inning. Moggers the DH. Be hitters 3, 4, and 5 for the Scarlets in the 6th. First chance to respond after the Cougars win up 2-0 in their home half of the fifth. Some big hits by their seniors. Ooh, another foul ball. Hits the concession stand. Fan pretty excited to avoid getting hit by the foul ball. It was a rocket. But no balls and 2 strikes. Wojciech still out there pitching for the Cougars. And he's been lights out, allowing only 3 hits so far in this game. No runs. He's had quite a few strikeouts. I should have been keeping track. Just missing another strikeout right there. But it evens the count up at 2-2 to Moggers, the leadoff hitter for the Scarlets in the 6th. He's going to pop one up. Should be catchable. Caden Willard, the second baseman, catches that one, and the Cougars have 1 down. Wojciech has done a fabulous job this game, obviously only allowing 3 hits, but he's done a really impressive job of getting ahead of these Scarlet hitters. So 1 down, nobody on. And it's going to be DeRose, the hitter. He thought it hit his jersey. He's asking the umpire, but the umpire says no. Did make a weird sound. Sounded like it might have hit something. Nevertheless, it's going to be 1 ball. Now he comes back to even the count up at 1-1. 1 down, nobody out. Cougars leading 2-0. DeRose grounds one to third. It's going to be Cale Willard. A strong throw over to first in time. It was a slow bouncer up the line, but a strong throw and nicely fielded play there. And both Willard brothers with the ground ball outs. So it's 2 down here in the 6th. Cougars scoring both of their runs in the bottom of the 5th. Wojciech gets ahead. No balls and 1 strike. Sartell, the hitter for the Scarlets. Bunch of Cougar softball players walking into the game, guessing they got done with practice. As they prepare for sections coming up, saw they got the number 1 seed. They beat West in their game. They swept the series from the Scarlets, winning both of those games, ranked number 1 in the state. So the Cougar baseball team looking to do the same thing, take the series, sweep the series over their crosstown rivals. They're 4 outs away from doing this. And just like that, Wojciech gets a 1-2-3 inning, and the Scarlets are down in the 6th. The Cougars will be coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th, looking to add to their lead. We'll take a quick break as we change innings here, or head to the bottom of the inning. I don't know how you want to say it, but Cougars are going to lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 2nd. And we're back, the bottom of the 6th inning, with the Cougars leading 2-0 over their crosstown rival Mankato West. And the Cougars looking to add to that lead. They scored both of their runs in the 5th. Koborowski pitching for the Scarlets now, as Easton Stangl leads things off for the Cougars in the home half of the 6th. Stangl, the left fielder, will have hitters 9, 1, and 2 for the Cougars. Koborowski pitches a little high, so 2 balls and 1 strike. The Cougars leadoff hitter. And a great game, the pitcher's duel here. Great pitch by Koborowski. He comes inside. Stangl kind of checked, but half swung on that win around enough. Make it 2-2 the count. Leadoff hitter for the Cougars. And that is a called strike 3. Catcher dropped it, but he gets the tag, and Koborowski and the Scarlets will have that first out. But it's back to the top of the order for the Cougars in Nicholas Work, the shortstop. He's been on a few times for the Cougars. So 1 down. Koborowski ready to pitch for West. Delivers high, ball 1. Cougars 7 hits in the game. Matches Wojcik's 7 strikeouts. Cougars scored both of their runs in the 5th, back-to-back doubles. Good cut by Work there, but it goes straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Beautiful evening here for some baseball. Nights where you wish you could just keep on playing. That ball goes behind Work. Make it 2 balls and 1 strike. The Cougars have done a great job of getting on base, some big hits. Had quite a few doubles this game. And Koborowski fires right back for the strike. 2-2 the count. Cougars leadoff hitter, Nicholas Work, the shortstop, batting now, the 2-2 count. And that ball's going to drop in the outfield for a hit. Thought about maybe going to 2, but he's going to take a hard look around 1. And Work with a single, and that's going to bring up Riston Wojcik. He's had a phenomenal game pitching, 7 strikeouts. But an even, I don't know if more phenomenal, I don't know. On offense, though, he's done good things. Big doubles, walks. He's been doing it all, and that's why he's an all-star. He'll be representing the South, the Minnesota Baseball Coaches Association All-Star Game. Him along with catcher Kopeski. He takes ball 1. He's going to continue playing baseball next year for Bethany. And if you want to get to know a little bit more about him, head to the 24/7 Ball Sports media site. Look under the Get to Know You section under Member Minutes, and you can read a little bit more about him. One thing that really stood out when I was interviewing him along with some other players, that they said how much they wanted to thank their parents and coaches and everybody for getting them to where they are. Just stands out, you know, for young kids saying things like that without being prompted. I was impressed and thought that was really neat and really good of him to do. But a stolen base by Work, so now the Cougars with another runner in scoring position with only 1 down. And now Kammer, the catcher for West, wants to talk to Koborowski, make sure they're on the same page. And Wojcik, the hitter, it's 2 balls and no strikes. That's going to hit him. Sounded like it might have hit him on the shoulder a little bit, maybe a forearm. Nevertheless, he'll be on base. The West coach wants to talk about it because as dangerous as Wojcik is, he's got another dangerous hitter in Kopeski coming up. So the West infield will talk about it. There'll be runners on first and second, 1 out. East is leading 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 6th. And we were talking about Riston Wojcik, and I always think of his dad, Scott, as the man behind the Kiwanis Holiday Lights. Don't want to be thinking about winter now, but excited. He was telling me that they've got some new displays coming up for the Kiwanis Holiday Lights, and don't want to say I can't wait for it because I don't want summer to pass, but pretty incredible. Riston's dad does some really awesome work with that. Looks like we're going to get a pinch runner here.
First for the Cougars is number 11, Alex Hennis.
Alex Hennis will be running for Riston over at first. Makes sense if he's going to be coming out for one more inning to get the complete game shutout, or at least try for it. We'll see. It is a close game, 2-0, but he's been lights out. So Koborowski stays in the game as pitching, and it's going to be Dylan Kopeski hitting, the number 3 hitter, the catcher for the Cougars. As we mentioned, he's going to Crown College to play baseball. Be kind of fun to see if he has to go against Riston in that UMAC conference. And also Cale Willard will be going to Bethany, so 3 of them going on to play collegiate baseball. Pretty cool for the Cougars. Part of that senior class and part of the ones who have been doing it this game, getting the clutch hits. So 2 balls and no strikes, 1 down. Runners on first and second. That ball's going to be inside. Make it 2-1. The Cougars hitters doing a good job staying patient as Koborowski tries to find the zone. Sometimes when you have a pitcher do that, though, it can be just as dangerous for a hitter because you don't know what's coming. Makes you second guess. Runners go. The pitch is high, but they're going to be safe. Got a good jump, both runners did. No chance for Cameron to get them. So the Cougars looking to add to their lead. Runners on second and third with only 1 out and a 3-1 count to Kopeski. They're at the meat of their order, too. Kopeski, the number 3 batter, with Cale Willard up next, and he's the one who had that big double to get things going for the Cougars in the 5th. Hard shot, but it's going to go fouling out of play. And a full count now to Kopeski. Two 2-0 Cougars. They scored both of their runs in the 5th. They have 8 hits on the night. Scarlets have 3. And the looking strikeout. Looked a little low, but the umpire calling it strike 3. And that's going to be 2 down. 2 down, runners on second and third. Cale Willard up to bat. He got things going in the 5th, led off the 5th with a double. Came around to score on the back-to-back double. That Swalf hit right after him. And there's a shot, and look at that sound, but it's going to be right to the center fielder. A hard head ball. But Koborowski and the Scarlets will get out of it. But we're going to head to the 7th. Cougars leading 2-0. Scarlets with a chance here in the home half of the 7th. And Willard stung that ball, but it ended up going right to the center fielder, right to Sartell for the 3rd out. Cougars get a couple of people on, but they leave them there. So we're going to head to the 7th. Cougars lead 2-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to 24/7 Ball Sports Media. And just a reminder that if you want to go back and look at any of the highlights of this game or any of the other games throughout the season for East or West baseball or softball, head to the 24/7 Ball Sports YouTube channel and go back and watch the plays, relive the games, look at some of the close plays, see what you think. So the 24/7 Ball Sports YouTube channel. To the 7th we go. It's going to be a pinch hitter for the Scarlets, Adam Tim.
Let's go, Tim. Yeah.
He's going to be batting in place of Niels.
How you seen it? How you seen it?
And Wojciech is back out there for the 7th, rightly so, pitching a shutout so far, only allowing 3 hits to go along with 7 strikeouts. And Tim fouls it back, and Wojciech again, like he's done all game, getting ahead of these hitters. No balls and 2 strikes. Scarlets need a rally here. Wojciech has been lights out. Pitches that one high, just to keep the hitter guessing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 7th. Cougars leading 2-0. Another high one. But the count is 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Tim, the pitch hitter for the Scarlets, batting in place of Niels. Scarlets will have 6, 7, and 8, and he grounds it to Caden Willard, who fields it for the first out. So 1 down for the Cougars.
Left fielder, number 3, Caleb Corcoran.
It's going to be Corcoran, the left fielder now for the Scarlets. Looking to get a rally going with 1 down.
Come on, Caleb. Represent.
Wojciech's pitch is low for ball 1.
Come on, Wojciech.
It's been a great pitcher's duel this game, a great defensive duel. Both teams with plenty of opportunities to score. But the pitchers have stolen the show here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. It's going to be a pop-up, but it's going to go out of play. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Corcoran. Number 7 hitter in the Scarlets lineup. All the scoring came in the bottom of the 5th. Willard and Swalv had back-to-back doubles for the Cougars. And Swalv tagged up on a fly ball. So Cochran thought he had a hit there. Had a chance. He was running.
Back on the plate. You're not done yet.
But it's going to be foul, so he'll get another chance.
Clean your plate, buddy.
Thought he might have had the Scarlets' 4th hit, but it is a foul ball.
Go, Caleb, represent.
He'll get another chance with the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he'll get another chance with that foul. But back to the only scoring of the game. 5th inning, back-to-back doubles by Willard and Swalv. Stubbs had a fly ball that allowed Swalv to tag to 3rd, and he scored on a wild pitch. Those are the only 2 runs of the game, and they happened in the bottom of the 5th. Cougars with 8 hits, Scarlets with 3. Wojciech 7 strikeouts. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. And another one, make that 8 strikeouts for Wojciech. He floats one in, a beauty of a pitch. And that's 2 down. So it's going to be up to the catcher, Kammer, for the Scarlets, who need a little 2-out magic here.
Let her rip. Yep. Good on.
Cougars had a couple of chances to blow it open with the bases loaded. But Benson, the starting pitcher for the Scarlets, did a great job of pitching out of the jams. But the Scarlets have had no answer for Riston Wojciech. 8 strikeouts, no runs, only 3 hits.
Go, Zach.
2 balls and 1 strike. Scarlets looking for a little magic.
Go, Zach.
Cougars looking to sweep the series over their crosstown rivals. That might do it, a ground ball to 1st. Close play at one as Riston Wojcik does a good job of covering the pitcher, covering first base. And that'll do it. The Cougars sweep the series from the Scarlets, first by a score of 9-7, and tonight by a score of 2-0. Riston Wojcik lights out the complete game. 8 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed. The Cougars score their 2 runs, back-to-back doubles, as we mentioned, by Willert and Swalv. And that'll do it as the Cougars win this one 2-0. If you want to go back and watch highlights of the game, head to the 24/7 Ball Sports Media YouTube channel. And we'll be back. We're probably going to be broadcasting some section softball on Thursday. And we'll have those games and update you with those as the season continues.